For 20 years, Thomas Avery carried a secret that would have shattered the quiet, wind-carved valleys of Northridge. A secret that began on a late autumn evening when he was just a 17-year-old boy wandering the canyon trails to escape the heaviness of a home that never felt like one, when he heard a tremor not from the earth, but from something breathing, deep, slow, and enormous, a sound that vibrated the ground under his boots and sent every instinct in him screaming to flee. Yet something pulled him forward, something ancient and wordless, leading him to a shadowed alcove between two towering stones where he found her. A giant Apache woman, wounded, starving, and curled against the canyon wall as though the world had driven her into hiding. She was at least 12 feet tall, her skin marked with ceremonial paint long faded by time, her braids broken and tangled, her ribs visible beneath weather-worn muscles, and her eyes, those enormous amber eyes, blazed with a mixture of fear and defiance when she saw him. But Thomas, trembling with terror and awe, dropped his lantern and fell to his knees as though he had stumbled into a sacred place forbidden to mortals. He didn't know why he didn't run. He didn't know why he felt a strange sorrow pour through him at the sight of her, but instinctively he took off his backpack, opened it, and placed his only food, a simple loaf of bread and a strip of dried meat, on the stone floor near her, whispering that he meant no harm, that he just wanted to help. And to his astonishment, the giant woman's expression softened, her breath eased, and with muscles shaking from weakness, she reached out her massive hand and took the food with a gentleness that didn't match her size, a gentleness that would define everything that followed. Thomas returned the next day with more food, then the day after, and then every week for years, developing an unspoken ritual between them. He left the food on a flat stone. She waited until he stepped back. She nodded once in acknowledgement, and he walked away feeling strangely whole in a world where he had always felt invisible. He named her Unali, the one who endures, though she never told him her real name, only watched him with those piercing eyes that held stories older than any book. And as he grew from a boy into a man of 37, a man with calloused hands and a quiet soul, he realized Unali had become the only constant thread in his life, a silent companion hidden from a world that would never understand her. But for all their years of trust, she never stepped out of the canyon, never allowed him to approach too closely, never allowed her full voice to echo, until the night everything changed, the night the sky turned strange with red lightning and the desert winds howled as though warning that ancient things were waking. Thomas climbed the canyon with a bag, full of food and an uneasy feeling twisting his gut, only to find Unali shaking, not from hunger but from the